Welcome to our garage. What I'm going to show you today is we've got a police car here. It's got the back door latch deactivated. I'm going to show you the steps to get into it. This particular model came with these two rods, one for each side, taped together in the spare tire, just laying up in there. So, you know, we had to part, and that's all that's missing. I've already completed the other side, so I know exactly what I was doing and where I was going before I made this video. So we're going to be installing this rod. It's not as simple as it looks. You have to take several things apart in this door to get it done. So I'm going to turn around and my cameraman's going to come up and look. And we're going to work here. The first thing you do is you have to get this door handle off. And in order to get this door handle off, there is a little cover right there that you have to take and snap out just like that. Sometimes they're harder than others. That one was pretty easy. Just lay that down out of the way. There is a Torx bit up in there. The next thing you do is you take the, I've got a Torx bit on the nut driver here. Just take and turn it counterclockwise and it'll pull it right out. Okay. Now, once you've got that screw out, lay it over there out of the way. You're done with that for now. The next step is going to be to pull this off. Now, it has little tabs top and bottom in there that hold this in. So just pulling it straight out, what I do is take something like a putty knife and just ease it in there. Push a little bit down on it and get it to slide right on off. See how it's all right. See, that one ripped off a little bit. You don't have to really worry about them too much because that bolt holds it. The other side did the same thing. It ripped the back two off, the front two, but you got that bolt holding it once you put it back together. So you got that out of the way. Now, the next thing to get this off is take this piece out. And what it does, there's clips in here, and you can work your way at the front, and you can use a screwdriver. And I always say, pull it up at the front first and work your way back and it'll pop right off. Now, this one, you've got your switch for the window. The window did work in this car. They, had it to where it was child-proof and turned off, I guess, while they had prisoners. But you got this little damper that holds it to here. And what I do is I take and you can get your finger right there if you want to push on a little bit, but just take and just work this up and pull it back off because I'm going to put it back in there. And once I get it up a little bit, I'll take a pair of needle nose and it just makes it a little easier to pull. Okay, got that out. Then you've got your little plug here. Push the button, release your plug. Now your door switch is out. All right, now lay that to the side. Now what you've got here, the next steps is there's two 7mm bolts that hold this door panel on. You take down in here, you see it down in there? There's a little nut right here. Take and turn it counterclockwise and screw it out. Now, most time you drop it in the door, but I'm gonna try not to. And there it is. And I got it. All right, set it over here to the side. Now, right under the bottom here, we're not gonna worry with the camera, but right under here is another 7. And you just take and turn it counterclockwise. And it screws out. Now, notice, it's a different pitch from the one that's in the door. The one that looks like a wood screw with different sizes goes in the bottom. The one that looks like more of a machine screw goes in behind the door handle. So, because if you try to put this one in there, it'll just spin. All right, now you've got everything that holds this door on except for the plastic clips. You come to the bottom, just pull up. There's your door. Comes right off. Lay it in the car out of your way. And you're done with that for now. All right, now in order to get to where you're going, this latch has to come out. I'm gonna peel this back to make it easy to get to and show you where the rod goes. But I know in your mind you want to say, oh, we can just slide this rod in. Well, this rod goes from back there up to this side of this latch, just like that. And there is no way to get it in there without removing this to put on this end after you've got this installed. In order to install this, you've got to undo the latch back here. You've got to undo the rod that goes up to, it's the electronic actuator to lock and unlock the door. See, this particular car had, some people will sell you both sets of rods. This one never did have these taken out. These rods, this is your lock mechanism that goes back to your latch here. But those were never removed on this particular car. All right, so our next step is getting this off. If you'll notice, these things are in here with rivets. The only way to get these rivets out is going to be to drill them out. Now what I do is I'll take a hammer and knock these centers out first. That makes, these rivets are aluminum. It makes it very easy to get out once you knock those rivets out. So you'll need a hammer and somewhere around here is a punch. I must have, here's the punch. Now, these things are kind of hard. I always put a glove on the hand that I'm swinging at it, or else you'll bust your nail like somebody I know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this on that centerpiece. See, there's that one, man. Gotta get the others. There it went. Now one more. All right, I'm gonna move over so I can get a different angle here because I'm right-handed. There went the last one. All right, now you see I punched the centers of those rivets out. Now, I'm gonna move back over here and grab my drill. And what I do, in order to hold these rivets, a handy dandy pair of vice grips. I've got it set to where you just hold it like that and drill this out. And you see it came out. And then, now if you reach around and grab the back of these, they are split. And I'm gonna take a pair of needle nose and pull this one off as it comes out. So you can see, because because you do not want to stick your hand back there and try to grab this thing, because it will cut you easily the way this thing splits out. See? Well, see if I can just drill it and let it drop in my hand. All right. Well, it went flying. Let's see what happens if you don't hold it. It sits there and spins. Okay. All right. Get old and reverse it. There we go. Last one here. Holding it. All right. Now let me reverse this. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is look down in here and find those two pieces that came off. There's the rivet that comes out. Another rivet. Another rivet. All right, now, this is what the back of those rivets look like that can cut your finger. When it's pulled through there, that thing spreads out to hold the other side. And if you try to hold the back of that with your finger, you're gonna cut your finger. Now, there should be two more laying in there somewhere. I need to get my flashlight and look. Or there's it. It's laying right down here. Okay, there's one. And the reason I get these out is so you don't sit there and listen to them rattle around in your door after when you're driving. Oh well. Then what I do also, you see this sticky stuff on here, how it caught those metal shavings? Just take your glove and knock all those metal shavings off so it's not holding your glue off. And be sure to use a glove like I am so it doesn't cut into your finger, because them metal shavings are not forgiving with tender skin. And I want to go grab my mirror, see if I can find that other one, because sure as the world it's going to rattle.